let's have something from the back, please. Don't worry, if you don't like the lecture, we have a break in the middle and you can leave it when you sign it. Just try to show up something from the back. What is marketing in your understanding? Creating competitive advantage in the market, yeah? So today we will look at this and we will define marketing. We have to learn about this because marketing is a very crucial element of contemporary organization. So if you want to read about this, about this lecture, prepare for the exam, we have a number of this book in the library, so Principle of Marketing, written by Philip Kotler. Philip Kotler is the biggest name in marketing. He's a very big man in marketing. So we are covering very basic element of this book, chapter 1 and 2. So we have this book in Robinson Library. So let's define marketing. Marketing is not just selling a product. Marketing is communicating with customers. Marketing is engaging with our customers, with consumers. For example, in case of National Health Insurance, National Health Service, NHS, we are communicating with patients to improve the quality of services, to improve the satisfaction. So marketing in contemporary business, marketing in 21st century is creating value. So value is different in different companies. For example, value in Primark is selling inexpensive products. Value in John Lewis is providing, for example, quality customer service, quality products. So value is different companies in different organizations. So in contemporary marketing, we are trying to create value. We are trying to engage with customers. For example, companies, successful companies, organizations like Amazon, they are very successful because they are engaging with their customers, with their consumers, with their audience. So if we create a good environment to engage with our society, we are very successful in that business. So we have different technologies. We have Web 2 technologies, we have social media, we have Facebook, we have LinkedIn to engage with our customers. Companies like Amazon, they are communicating with their customers. They are using social media to communicate with their customers. So we need to learn about this. So very latest definition of marketing is that the process by which companies create value. So value is different in different organizations. Sometimes it's quality, sometimes it's a price. For example, in case of Primark, for example, price is very important, so it's value for them. And build a strong customer relationship in order to capture value, in order to create value with customers. So today we will look at a case and we will see how companies are applying this definition in their business. So we need to know about the process of marketing. Marketing has different process in different organizations, but this is the main process that we have in marketing, and we need to learn about this. So remember, we are trying to enhance your commercial awareness about business environment. So we need to learn about this process and apply in our organization. So first of all, we need to understand the marketplace, and we need to know why consumers are applying our product and services, and why they are buying our product and services, and why they are not buying our services, why they are not using our services. So understanding the marketplace is a very crucial element of marketing. We need to understand our marketplace, and then we need to work on a customer value driving strategy to create value for our customer. For example, if they are looking for quality, we need to enhance our quality. We can use technology to enhance the quality of our product and service. And construct an integrated marketing program to deliver superior value, different product, create a differentiation for our business. For example, when you are buying a product from John Lewis, you have 2 years warranty for your product. But when you are buying something from Argos, you have just 1 year. So this is a different strategy. So this is a different strategy we have to create value for our customer. So this is an integrated marketing program that, for example, John Lewis had. And then we build a good relationship with our customers based on this value. So we can make relationship connections, engage with our customers, for example, by social media. For example, you can see that companies are trying to have lots of fans in Facebook or online communities that they have, for example, or LinkedIn page or online brand communities they have. So through this process, we are trying to capture value from customers to create money, to create profit for our business. So in old or traditional business, we wanted to just to make profit for our business. But now we have to work on different elements to create value and to make profit for our business. Let me give you an example. For example, in case of Dell company, Dell, we know Dell company. So Dell has online community of Dell Idea Store. In this platform, consumers, employees, designers from Dell or from other companies, they communicate. They share their idea, their knowledge about a product, a new product. And then Dell company works on this idea and they develop a new product. So they make profit from this process. They are not just emphasizing on advertisement to sell a product. So they are just trying to engage with different people, different stakeholders, different consumers, different designers to generate a new idea, to sell more, and to capture value from this process. So the first and important part of this process is understanding the marketplace. So the marketplace that we have at the moment is not just consumers. We also need to work with our competitors. For example, in case of, for example, Currys and PC World. So a couple of years ago, they had lots of conflict, they had competition, but now they are now working together. They are the same brand. So sometimes, at the moment, companies are very tired to compete. They are not just like Samsung and Apple to compete. They are trying to work together. For example, when you are buying a ticket from Delta, for example, to travel to United States, you may buy ticket from Delta, but you may travel with, for example, Virgin Atlantic. Mm-hmm. So they are working together. Companies, competitors are working together. So because they understand the marketplace. So communicating with competitors is very important. We need to understand our company, our infrastructure. Also, we need to work with suppliers. For example, in case of Primark, they are working a lot to reduce the costs. They are trying to provide more inexpensive products. So they are working with different suppliers to gather different products and different prices. So they are communicating with their suppliers as well. And also we have different intermediaries. For example, when we are selling, for example, Coca-Cola is selling products to shops, for example, through, I don't know, McDonald's or different companies. So they are communicating with them. So this is the major environmental forces that we have in marketing. So you can see that we are not just communicating with our customers, with our consumers, we are also communicating with different bodies, for example, like competitors, suppliers. So in marketing we have lots of emphasis on this environment, and we have to understand this environment, and we need to communicate with this environment. So by understanding this environment, we can compete with our competitors in a better way. But in most of the time, companies are successful companies, for example, like Apple, they have their own business plan, they have their own marketing strategy, they're different. For example, Apple, they don't work with competitors like Samsung. They're always competing together. But in most of companies, like 75%, according to market research, 75% of companies are trying to use this process, and they are trying to communicate with different forces. So based on this, we need to define marketing management as well. So in marketing management, we don't have just the science of marketing. We just have the science and art. So we have communication skills, we have good strategy, we also have the art of building the relationship with our customers. So marketing management is the art and science of choosing target markets. So which market? Instead of working in different markets, we have to select the best market. We have to segment our market to communicate with them and build profitable relationship with them. So here we need to know what kind of customers are relevant to our business. We need to understand that. For this, we have to do a good market research. Here we have to emphasize on the impact of research for our business. In marketing development, we have very strong relationship with research and development part of our organization to communicate with them to understand the market. So here we need to know what customer will we serve and how can we best service these customers. So providing a different superior services to these customers are also important. Here I also need to emphasize on the importance of market segmentation. So instead of working in different markets, we have to segment our market. We have to categorize our market. For example, market of London, market of the UK, market of Europe, market of Asia. So here we can apply market segmentation to segment our market. Here we want to emphasize on the importance of niche marketing. In niche marketing, we are trying to emphasize on a specific group of customers for our organization. Instead of working in different parts of the world or country, we have to concentrate on a specific part of the world. Before we continue, I would like to play this very short video to see how we are capturing this understanding and how we are applying this in a new marketing environment. Very short video just to change the voice.
On one bright and sunny morning, Johnny and Joey decide to start a business. They both had their own great ideas, so they went their own separate ways. Johnny decided to start a brick and mortar store to sell his products. He rented out a nice building at a nice location. He hired a couple of salespeople. He printed brochures and flyers and direct mail pieces. He advertised in the local newspapers. And within a few weeks, Johnny started seeing sales and a lot of local customers. Johnny was excited, but he had a very high overhead and a very low profit margin, so he decided to wait to see some growth. Joey, on the other hand, decided to start an online store to sell his products. Joey got a nice-looking website with a nice little name. He hired a content writer. He invested in online marketing and got some help with SEO and email marketing. He advertised on different websites and signed up for pay-per-click advertising. And within a few weeks, Joey started seeing sales and a lot of customers from all over the country. Joey was excited since he had very low overhead and a very high profit margin, and he could not wait to see some growth. A year passes by. Johnny was still in the same building with the same salespeople and the same marketing strategy and the same local customers. His overheads were still very high and his margins were still very low, so he decides to wait another year to see some growth. Joey moved to a new office, hired more people, and kept getting a lot of new and repeat customers from all over the country. His overheads were still very low and his margins were still very high. So he decides to start another online store to sell a different line of products. Another year passes by. And on one bright and sunny morning, Johnny and Joey meet again. Joey tells Johnny about his new marketing strategy. And Johnny realizes his mistakes. Traditional marketing can only get you so far. Think local, but act global. So this time, Johnny went back and fired his rusty salespeople and fired the old school ad agencies that did the brochures, flyers, and newspaper advertising for him. He hired a good web company and outsourced all his online marketing to them. And within a few weeks, Johnny was again a happy man to see increased profits and lower overheads. And needless to say, he was very thankful to Joey for pointing him in the right direction. Welcome to Comnets, your one-stop shop for all your web and online marketing needs.
Yes, this is the nature of contemporary marketing. We need to understand this, that we have moved from traditional marketing, just selling through the branch, to online marketing. Last week we had a report in the UK that companies are selling through social marketing. So it's something more than e-commerce or electronic marketing or online marketing. So do you know what is social marketing? Any idea? Social marketing. It's something very new. Companies are selling through social.
Facebook.
Selling through Facebook, for example. Yes. Any other idea? Instagram. Yes, they are using the Instagram. So they are using social networking sites to sell their product and services. Nowadays, when you open your browser, you will see that you have to accept cookies. So these cookies are gathering your search engine, they are gathering your information for recommendation system. So we can see that we have lots of change in the market. We have to move from traditional marketing to new marketing, and we have to pass online marketing to social marketing. Social marketing is a new stream in marketing, which we are selling our product and services. We are communicating with our consumers through social media, through LinkedIn, through Facebook, online brand communities, or different platforms. So I just wanted to change the voice by that video that, you know, we have to move from traditional to online or new marketing environment, which is social marketing. So the process will continue after understanding the market's process will continue with value proposition. We have to understand and we have to identify a good value for our business. I gave you the example of Primark and John Lewis, so they have two different values. We need to understand the value for our organization. So what is value for our organization? For example, environmental challenges for our business, for our organization, for our society. This is the value that we have for this specific organization or company. So this is also an important element of the process of marketing. We have to understand, we have to choose a value proposition for our business or for our organization to create value based on that. So we also need to know different perspectives in marketing management. So some companies are trying to sell their product through production concept, product concept, selling concept, or marketing concept. Let's have a look at these concepts that we have in marketing. And some of them are selling through societal marketing concept, which they concern about social environment. So in production concept, we have lots of emphasis on the product, like Primark. They are just working on the product to reduce the cost, to reduce the expenses. So this is not happening in all the companies or all organizations. Companies like John Lewis, they are working on quality. They are not just working on the production concept. So in production concept, consumers will favor products that are available and highly affordable. Here we have lots of emphasis to reduce the cost. In product concept, we are working more on the quality of product instead of just price. Some companies, they try to have this concept, so this is also influencing marketing management perspective. And some companies are going to selling products. For example, in Debenhams, you see that they have always different selling concept. They have promotion like 50%, 70%, Blue Cross, I don't know, different marketing strategy to sell their products. Consumers are not buying, but they are trying to give different promotion to sell their products or services. So this is a selling concept. Or in Carphone Warehouse, for example. Consumers are trying to buy through, for example, O2 or I don't know, EE, but in Carphone Warehouse they have selling concept. They are pushing their customers to buy by giving different promotions. So in this concept, some companies, some organizations, they follow this concept, specifically in the UK, to sell their products. So we call this push marketing. And also we have marketing concept, which we emphasize on value creation. This is very important. We need to work more on this. So based on marketing concept, we understand the market, we work on needs and wants of a specific target market, then we target that specific market to create satisfaction, to create value, and to make profit through the good customer service, good quality, and good price. So in this concept, we consider price, we consider quality, we consider satisfaction, we consider customer service, we consider different elements. It's easy to say to follow marketing concept, but for this one we have to have a very good budget for our company and organization. It's not simple to follow this concept. It's a very costly, but we have to follow this structure because we have to create satisfaction for our consumers better than our competitors. And also we have societal marketing. In societal marketing, we have also emphasized on environmental challenges. For example, we try to have IT technology, green technologies, to reduce air pollution. For example, in case of Morrison, for example, Morrison is always saying that we are buying to, for example, British farmers, or we are trying to sell British products. So here they want to say to the society that we are respecting society, we are creating more jobs in our society. In the UK, we are selling our products. So this is also a new marketing orientation or a new marketing perspective. So we call this societal marketing. Do you know any company follows this rule, societal marketing? For example, when you are buying some products in the shopping bag, you will see that this bag is recycled from blah blah, showing to society that we care about air pollution. So they care about society. So this is societal marketing. Any company, any organization, you know, in the market, which they follow societal marketing? M&S, for example, how they do that? There you go, yeah. So supporting society, local community, local firms. This can be a good example, societal marketing. So how can we apply this in marine science and technology? How can we apply to environmental or transportation? How can we apply societal marketing to that? Any example or any idea? How can we apply this to your specific degree that you have? Societal marketing. Do you have any idea? Have a good idea from back, please. Can you speak louder?
Yeah. If you retrofit the passenger vessels with engines that are more environmental friendly,
yeah. So we are pushing our companies, our competitors, our society to have more environmental friendly product or services because we care about. So this is societal marketing, which we care about our society. So this can be an exam question. Who knows? And you need to explain this and support your answers by some examples. Who knows? It might be an example. It might be an exam question. Last year we had this one for the exam. So do you have more examples to share here before you write your script? So do you know any specific organization or company or community or I don't know any firm which follows societal marketing now in the UK, in the world? They are not doing that?
No, you don't know what? Marine transport, we try to reduce the speed of vessel to lower the consumption of oil like that.
So you care about air pollution on this environmental matter. So this can be a good example, yeah. So this is a societal marketing perspective. We need to be aware about this kind of perspective and we need to work on them to improve the quality of our services for our society. Sometimes companies are doing this to show they a smart business. Do you know what is a smart business? A smart business is the way that we do business, we create money, we create profit, we improve our services, but we also respect our society. For example, in case of Gucci, for example, they are earning lots of money through their bags, but they also, for example, they say we pay like 20% of our profit to the charities. So they do a smart business, they show societal marketing, they show their respect to the market, to society, and also they pay like 20% of their profit to charities. So this can be an example for societal marketing. So in societal marketing, we have emphasized on consumers, what they want, their satisfaction. The profit, it's very important. We have to provide something profitable for our organization, for our company, to cover the expenses. And also we care a lot about society, human welfare, using IT technologies, using green technologies, for example, to reduce the air pollution. So this is 3 considerations underlying the societal marketing concept. So this can be an important topic for this lecture. So if we want to compare the different concepts in marketing, we can see that in selling concept like Debenhams, for example, they have lots of emphasis to sell their products and to make the product based on the factory, find the quality and also an inexpensive products, to work on the existing product, to sell and promote that a lot, and to make profit based on sales volume. But in marketing concept, we have lots of emphasis to understand the market they need, what they need for future. Here, we have to do a good market research to understand good customer needs or consumer needs, and to create an integrated marketing to make profit by customer satisfaction. In case of, for example, companies like, for example, John Lewis, they also have different selling concept, but they have lots of emphasis on market research to understand the market to create satisfaction for their products. For example, they provide 2 years warranty for their products. Then we follow the process of marketing. After understanding the customers, after understanding the market environment, we also need to create an integrated marketing program. So we have marketing mix. Do you know what is marketing mix? We have the definition here, but have you heard about marketing mix before? It's also important for this session. Marketing mix is the set of tools that we have to apply our strategy, our marketing strategy. So we have 4 P's in marketing. We call them price, promotion, place, and products. So these are marketing mix. We are trying to apply our marketing strategy, for example, by price, by place, by promotion. So we need to have an integrated marketing. So this is more, it's not the basic, it's advanced topic more for marketing students. But we have to develop an integrated marketing program, which is a comprehensive plan to communicate and deliver value, target value for our target customers. Customer relationship management is also important. Companies are using social media to communicate with their customers. So they are trying to build a good customer relationship. They are trying to provide different strategies like Club Card, for example, for Tesco. This is a customer relationship management. So it's the overall process of building and maintaining a profitable customer relationship by delivering a different value, a superior value, for example. Something which is different. It can be different by price, quality, to create value and satisfaction for our business. So let's have a look at a case. We have a case here, very short one. So in this case, I want to show you how companies are applying marketing and these process for their business. Any questions so far? So, a company like Dell is very famous for customer engagement, is number 5 in the world for social company which has good connection with their customers. And they are trying to apply technology, new technologies, Web 2 and Web 3 technologies to communicate with their customers. So let's see how they work. In case of Dell company, they try to apply contemporary marketing. In contemporary marketing, as I mentioned before, companies are trying to communicate, are trying to use technology to communicate with their customers. They are trying to use social media, LinkedIn, online brand community to make connection with their customers. So here we need to emphasize on the role of social media. Social media in everything in contemporary business. So we need to make sure that we have lots of things from this. From social media perspective, we can engage with our customer. We can be involved with them. We can use different platforms to be involved, to create value, to work with them, to discuss our services, our production, our opinion with them, for example, through social media, through Twitter, for example, or Twitter or LinkedIn. We can promote our services. We can measure our performance by communicating with them. But what we know in the market is just the first dimension of marketing, is social media. We don't know anything about social media in the market. That's why we have this module, this lecture for this module for this specific program, because we want to enhance your commercial awareness about social media and the impact of social media. Social media is not just Facebook, it's not just Instagram. Companies are making lots of profit through social media. What we know about social media is just about the first dimension. Build rich, having more fans in Facebook, having more likes. But how can we use this? This is just the first dimension. Build rich, having more customers in social networking. Companies, they have lots of fans. Organizations, they have lots of fans in their Facebook page, but they don't know how to use it. So this is just the first dimension. We are working on the second dimension. Do you know what is the second dimension? Any idea? So we have Facebook, we have LinkedIn, we have social media, we have our fans, we have our online community members. This is the first dimension. We build rich. We have connection with our customer. But how can we use this? This is the second dimension. Do you have any idea how we can use social media for advertisement? Yeah.
Product.
For
We introduce our product.
to introduce our products properly. Yeah. So any idea from the back?
We can do some promo online and
Promotion?
promotion online and maybe competition and make people
How can we apply this to your degree, for example, marine science? How can we have the second dimension?
pipeline.
Yeah, for example. What about you? Do you have any idea about the second dimension, how we can use social media for? Yeah, probably, yeah. What about you? So we are trying to enhance your commercial awareness. So in the market, we are working to collaborate with our customer, to work with them, to create value with them, to communicate with them, to put them at work, to ask them to share our products, our services, our opinion, our insight, our commercial problems, our environmental challenges. We are trying to engage them and we are trying to push them to communicate with our society for the societal challenges that we have, for environmental challenges that we have. We are trying to collaborate with them. So engagement, collaboration is the second dimension of social media, is the platform that we can use for our business. So a case of Dell company, for example, they are trying to use this platform because based on the research that we have, companies, consumers, they really want to co-create value with us. They want to be involved in our business, in our discussions, for example, environmental challenges. This is what research shows in the market. A company like Dell company, which is a very famous company for social company, they have lots of fans, they have lots of community members, and they are trying to work on the second dimension. They are trying to apply. They apply and they have this online community, Dell Idea Store. In this platform, consumers, they share the idea about their products. On the other side, they have designers, they have employees, they come and they vote for their idea. From this platform, almost 400 plus idea implemented. So they submitted, they sign up, they share their knowledge, experience, and information, or they share their idea. And on the other side, employees or designers, they vote. And lots of products emerge from this. For example, Linux, which is a very famous operation system, they have 48,000 employees. This organization emerged from this platform. So you can see that how practical is this solution, how we can use social media to create value. So this is the way that we communicate, we create profit for our business. So companies are not just selling products to market through branch. They are making profit through different process, and they are using technology. They are using social media technology to communicate with their customers, to create value, to engage with them. So through this platform, Dell Idea Store, which is part of Dell company, lots of idea, lots of new products, lots of new computers, lots of new systems developed, and the most successful one is Linux. So you can see it's so practical. So here we want to emphasize that you can apply social media for your context. Now I would like to ask you to give me some example in your case. For example, marine science and technology. How you can apply social media to your case. Any idea? Maybe you can just think about this for 2 minutes, or share your idea with your peer, with your neighbor, just to see if we can find some example. Maybe this is part of the exam. Maybe, who knows? That's why we want to share the answers here. So maybe you work together. So to see how we can apply this to your degree. Yeah.
Those who know how to express people's attention. Maybe they have some. It's not going to be dangerous because they're going to. You speak.
I don't want to.
Serious guys. These guys are very serious guys. Those are really
You refuse family, that's
We don't know.
So let's see how you can apply social media, digital media, new marketing perspective for your degree. We had very good discussion. Let's see who is volunteer to share the example and the application. Any volunteer or? Here you go, we have the first volunteer. Can you speak
Maybe
loud?
you can gather some feedback from new products from customers. How do they work? Is there something to improve?
So
Through
gathering
Facebook?
feedback is always important to improve our organizational productivity. So we can apply this.
I think a lot of companies do it now just by email. They send you after you buy something, they send you a message, rate this product.
Yeah, but what about social media?
Maybe you can use it
Facebook?
with Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, very good, yeah. So we also had good discussion over there. Can you please, yeah, very good one. Yeah, please can you explain?
So when you've got things like the oil industry, the biggest idea about it at the moment is things like the deepwater horizon spill, the oil spills. So instead if you engage in social media, you can change people's perspective, say it's a cleaner energy, we're investing in environmentally friendly products, try and change people's perspectives without even saying that.
In organizational behavior, changing perspective is one of the most challenging activities. So it's a very good comment, thank you very much. So we can change perspectives, we can change our audience perspective by using social media to communicate with them. So you can see that it is very practical. More example and discussion we had, maybe on the back, please.
So you could, similar to the feedback idea, you could use like the
very good example. Yeah. So try to take a note from these sections. Okay, and we also had a very good example from there, please.
So every time you go to LinkedIn at the minute, Shell, BP, all the rest of the oil and gas majors seem to be using first dimensional social media, i.e. LinkedIn, to try and change perspectives and influence people through silent marketing.
Very good examples, yeah. Very good examples we have. Any more example? You also had something new?
Yeah, like suppose we are running with like some company which is like like Twin Merito or something, then we will sponsor some director or something to make some movie on our ships, and then we will launch our advertisement with that movie. This one used to film on our ship. So it's like like it's entertainment as well as the advertisement also.
Yeah, very good, very good. So we can use these platforms, these opportunities, not just to sell a product, just to communicate, to engage, to enhance, to receive some feedback, to change perspective, to communicate with our audience, with our consumers, with our society. So it's so practical and it's so important. That's why we have this session in this module. So before we continue, I would like to, maybe we can have like 7-10 minutes break. So in this break you can leave, but I will be here. I want to see who is really passionate about marketing, and I want to continue on that. But don't worry, we covered the exam question so far. So by leaving us, you're just showing that you don't have any ambitions and you don't like this one. So let's come back in maybe 10 minutes, a short break, because for some of you I can see that it's a very boring topic, but it's not. So a 10 minutes break.
Can you even say so many things are happening. They are all different. Surprisingly low.
All right. So the slides for this session are on Blackboard. So if you don't want to read the book, you can have a look at these slides. And also in the end of each slide, we have some, explanation, which you can read them as well to support the main slide. We have these explanation, which are supporting the main argument. So if you don't have access to the book, or if you don't want to read the book, we have more explanation, which is supporting the main part. So here we have lots of emphasis on the impact of technology, but for the first part, we wanted to tell you that marketing in contemporary organization is connected to different parts of our organization. For example, to gather feedback, we have to work with research and development team. We have to communicate with our general managers. We have to work with them to see how we can improve our services or how we can communicate with our consumers. So a case of Dell was just one example to show how we can apply digital marketing or digital or social media marketing. Now we have digital marketing. It's a new terminology in marketing. In digital marketing is something more than electronic marketing. Electronic marketing, we are communicating with our consumers, with our audience by email marketing. But in digital marketing, we are trying to communicate with our audience or consumers by social media. So these are new advancements in marketing which we can apply for our business. So we also have emphasized on this process. You need to make sure that you will cover this process. It's a very important process for marketing. So in this process, we mentioned that we need to understand the market if we want to create value for our customer. To capture value, we have to understand the market. We can do market research. We have research and development. We can communicate with our consumers by that. We can design a customer value-driven marketing, construct our marketing plan, build profitable relationship, and capture value. So before we were just selling the product, but now if we want to make profit for our business, for our organization, we have to go through this process. According to recent research, like 75% of companies are trying to go through this process if they want to make profit for their business. So this process is very important. So this degree that you have, they have lots of emphasis on the impact of technology. Here, I would like to also emphasize on the impact of technology in marketing and business environment. So we have different platforms to communicate or to talk with our customers. So we talked about this and we gave you the example. So we have mobile and social media marketing, digital marketing. So these are new terminologies that we have in marketing, which they are changing the landscape of marketing. So we also have different types of marketing. We are just introducing them. You just need to know they are not very crucial for your degree or for your module. So we have non-for-profit marketing organization. So we have some organization which they practice non-for-profit. We have charities, for example. They are also communicating with the customer. They are doing marketing activities, not just for selling a product, just for having some non-for-profit activities like charities. We also have rapid globalization. So the impact of ICT, information and communication technology, social media, for example, is part of globalization. So this is also changing the landscape of marketing. And also we have sustainable marketing. Do you know what is sustainable marketing? So sustainable marketing is very close to societal marketing. So we care about our social environment. It's very environmental friendly marketing. We are not just trying to make profit, but we also care about our environment. So we call this sustainable marketing. So these are a few changes that we have in marketing landscape. So if we want to understand the whole picture of marketing, so in marketing program, in marketing degree, we go to like 10 lectures to explain this diagram and this process. But today we just had the first one, the process of marketing. So here we we need to emphasize on the impact of marketing in our organization. You can see that when we are doing marketing for our business, for our organization, we have to be involved with different part of our organization. We have to do lots of activities to engage with different part of our organization. So we emphasized on the impact of working with our competitors, working with our environment, but we also need to know that we need to work on our company to communicate our goals, for example, our strategies with different departments. So this is the main picture of marketing in recent years. So here, the main learning outcome of this process and this diagram in marketing is that, first of all, marketing is not just selling a product or service, it's communicating with our customer, it's engaging with our customer, it's working with our customers, it's delivering value with our customers. So customer value creation is very crucial for our business. So creating value is an important element. Value can be, for example, something like environmental challenges. So this is a value. Value can be a price, for example, in case of, for example, Primark. We can reduce the cost. Value can be, for example, quality, like John Lewis, for example. This can be a value. Or sometimes innovation is a value. For example, in case of Apple, they have lots of emphasis on innovation. They are spending like 40% of their profit, their revenue, for research and development because they want to have innovation for their business, for their product and services. So innovation in case of, for example, Apple is value. So we need to understand value for our business. This is also an important element of marketing. So to understand value, we need to communicate with our managers, we need to communicate with our society to see what is value, for example, for this specific society that we are working with. And also engagement is an important element of this process. So engaging with our consumer is very important, as you mentioned. We can use engagement to receive feedback for the products, for the organization, for the services that we have, or to communicate with our society, for example, for environmental challenges. So this can be an engagement process for our business. You can see that marketing is not just communicating with consumer for profit. We can use it for different purposes. You gave me very good examples, and you need to make sure that you record these examples in your handbook. Maybe you need it for your exam. So you need to make sure that you support your answers in your exam with different questions related to your degree. And also an important element of marketing in contemporary environment is social responsibility that we must have for our business. So lots of companies are trying to have corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility is the responsibility that we have for our environment. For example, working on environmental challenges. Or in case of, for example, Morrison, as I mentioned, we can, for example, buy, in Morrison, for example, they are trying to buy more British products, to sell more British products. So they are showing to the society that we are respecting you. This is the corporate social responsibility of Morrison. We have lots of challenges in marketing ethics. Marketing ethics is also an important element of contemporary marketing. For example, companies like Apple or companies like Gucci, for example, they are selling your bag, for example, for the price of £200, and they are producing this product for £20 in India. So they are hiring, for example, children to work for them. So these are societal challenges we have in marketing. That's why we have marketing ethics. That's why we are working on marketing ethics. So marketing ethics is also an important element of this process. While we are thinking about making profit, capturing profit, communicating with customers, we also need to think about marketing ethics. In case of Dell company, in case of communication through social media, we also have ethical implication. This was the positive side of social media. We also have the negative side of social media. For example, lots of companies, lots of charities, lots of non-governmental organizations, they are challenging Dell company for putting customers at work for free. Although you can, for example, share your idea through social media with this company like Dell, but Dell company is putting customers at work for free, or by giving like 10% discount for their purchase. So this is the ethical issues that we have in marketing. We can use digital marketing, we can use social media, it's very good to engage, it's very good to create value, it's very good to make profit, it's very good to get feedback, but these are positive side. We also have negative side of social media, digital marketing. For example, putting customers at work for free. Or, for example, in case of, for example, TripAdvisor, they are gathering lots of information from their customers. They ask you to come and share your, for example, your experience about the hotels, for example, different restaurants. But they are selling these comments to other, for example, companies. Or in case of Facebook, for example, companies are trying to buy likes in Facebook. For example, they have 10,000 likes, but they want to have 50,000 likes. So they are working with some company to buy likes. So these are the dark side of social media. We also need to make sure that we practice marketing ethics for our business. So marketing ethics, social responsibility is also an important element of contemporary marketing. What about you? Do you know any dark side of digital or technology or social media from the businesses? Do you see any challenges? Do you see any ethical notes? For example, in case of Dell is very successful, but other people, they say that they are putting customers at work for free, paying like 10% discount by giving some idea is not fair. So what about you? Do you know any company which they practice unethical activities through social media? For example, restaurants in London, they are buying likes. By having more likes, for example, they have more customers. But these are very unethical activities that we have through social media. These are the dark side of social media. What about you? Have you seen any unethical activities through technology, digital media, social media?
I think I've run to a case once where there was a hotel on TripAdvisor and they had really good reviews, and then when I Googled more, they said somebody told that the owners and their friends and stuff made the comments and everything there.
So these are the dark side. Any other?
Another one is LinkedIn. There's this premium package they're doing on LinkedIn.
Okay, what's that?
It's about putting you first. When a recruiter is looking for a candidate, when he search for candidates, it's these people that registered for the premium package that will come up on the recruiter screen first before you, that you're just a normal member, will come up, and you need to keep paying every month for
That's
you
a
to
very
be a
good example.
premium
Yeah.
member. It's not funny.
So technology is not always good. Technology is good, but we have to challenge these elements. What about you? Have you seen any unethical?
There are photographs of some, like, like some babies or something who are like sick or something. They say that you give, one like or comment or something, then we will pay you like, like 10 penny or like that.
Yeah.
Kind of advertisement.
Any other examples? So here we want to emphasize on the other side of technology. Technology is very important for your degree. Technology is very important for marketing. But you also need to know that we have lots of challenge in the market. We have marketing ethics. We have one module in the business school called marketing ethics. We practice this with our students to say that you have to keep clear for the ethical issues of digital environment, social media environment. So these are dark side of social media. We had lots of positive side, but we also need to know about this because this is also part of commercial environment that we have in the market. So considering this positive and negative side of marketing, we can see that marketing is very challenging. That's why we have this session to tell you that marketing has been changed a lot. That's why marketing is not just on the third level of organization. Before it was third or fourth. But now the marketing manager is sitting next to the CEO. Marketing manager is part of headquarters and they are communicating with them because they need to respond to the society. Because when they are practicing business, when they are gathering feedback from their customer, they need to make sure that other companies are not using. For example, nowadays we have cookies, for example. Cookies are gathering all of your information. So sometimes they are selling this information. So other companies are using this information for other purposes. Sometimes you fill an application online and you leave your feedback, your comments, your information, your email. After 1 year, you will receive some emails from other companies, totally irrelevant. So they are selling this information to other companies. So these are unethical part of technology in marketing. That's why you also need to practice marketing ethics in your business and your commercial activities. Any questions? Today, we just wanted to tell you that marketing is very important. Today, we wanted to tell you marketing is not just selling. Today, we wanted to tell you that marketing is not just for companies like Primark or John Lewis. We need to apply marketing for your degree, for national health services, for example, for transportation, for everything. We need to communicate with our customers. Today, we wanted to emphasize that making profit is not just through selling, through advertising. Marketing and making profit is a long process. We have to follow the process and we have to work on that process to create value. Today we had lots of emphasis on creating value for our business and engagement. So if we want to define marketing, we should say that marketing is something more than selling a product. We need to say that marketing is creating value for our organization, for our business. Marketing, traditional marketing was in third or fourth level of our organization, but now in a very top level because we are involving with different matters like ethical issues, like business mission of our business, mission statement of our business, and issues like corporate social responsibility and ethics. Today we also talked about building customer relationship and engaging with customers through social media and digital marketing. We talked about positive. At the end, we talked about the negative side of social media as well. And we didn't talk about, I need to remove, this is for my marketing lecture, which we didn't talk about company and marketing strategy. So the main learning outcome of this lecture, we wanted to enhance your commercial understanding of business environment, contemporary business environment. We wanted to say that in marketing we are using digital media, social media marketing, but we also need to take care of the ethical issues and the dark side of social media. Do you have any question? Do you have any question regarding the exam?
Yes.
Please ask your question.
You mentioned sustainable marketing. Is it actually the same thing as societal marketing, or it's just crucial to?
Societal marketing is something like sustainable marketing. Sustainable marketing is when we are acting in our business for more than 2 or 3 years. We are thinking about the future because we are respecting for our society, because we want to live, we want to make a long-term reputation for our business. That's why we call this sustainable marketing, which is related societal marketing. So let's have your questions.
So the question, one long answer question, or multiple sections?
Oh, for this one, specifically for this session, you have a question exactly from the title of the slides. And you need to answer in 1 or 2 paragraphs. Short answer, but you know the main answer. And you also need to support your answers with examples. These are very crucial. You know, I ask you to give the example, and maybe these are the examples you need to provide in your exam. Let's have more questions regarding the exam. I want to make you a very good friend of marketing, and hopefully again we will see you. Only 10% of the class left us. Very good. That's so you like marketing. Let me give you some tips. Ask about the exam, please.
Exam questions, please.
No, we can't give you the exam. The session is recap. The session is recap. John is monitoring my session as well, so I can't give you the exam question. But I'm happy to provide some tips. Please ask.
How many questions?
We have one question from this lecture.
Just one from marketing, yeah?
Yes, John, was just one very simple from marketing. I would like to encourage you to read the slides and also read these parts as well, you know. We have more explanation. No, not which one. These parts as well, which are supporting the main.
Have you put it to the blackboard?
Oh, it's very close to the first part.
So question calls
Because
to the question.
the second part we just looked at the implication of the first part. Let's go. What's that?
No, I am saying the question is close to the first part.
Yes.
What's the percentage of this one question?
Sorry.
What's the percentage?
What is the first?
Percentage. Percentage of
Exam. The percentage in exam.
Oh, this one.
In marketing. 10%, 25%.
6 questions.
There are 6 questions which you need to answer. I think.
Yeah, 6.
6 of them.
6 out of 10. You choose things.
I think for this module, I'm not sure. Last year was like this. You had 10 questions,
Yeah, we have 10. We should answer them.
and you can select just 6 of them. So this can be one of the easiest ones. More questions? Sorry. Which one is that? Can I see? Oh yeah, we had lots of exercises.
Maybe you can show an example of a full mark answer to the question you're going to ask.
Show you that way.
Yeah, how can we answer it?
I think for this one you need to ask John to send you the last exam paper.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we have the answers. So you need to answer just in 1 paragraph and support your answer.
Okay.
We are just trying to evaluate your commercial awareness. So we are not asking you to, for example, define marketing in details. So we know marketing is not related to you, but when you graduate from this school, you need to know about marketing because you want to interact with other people, because you want to be in the job market, and you need to talk about these elements which are changing the marketing and business and commercial environment.
Is there any chance that the past questions will repeat again?
I don't think so. No, we don't have this chance. So you know the exam question because I told you it's coming from the slides. So we have only how many slides we have? We have like 5 slides. A couple of them are just introduction. And we had lots of examples. So the question can be very clear question. For postgraduate degree.
Can you see the question in this slide?
I think what is marketing was the question of 2000, I think 2014, when I was exactly in the same group. And we didn't pose the questions. I will, send the question for the exam today. So it can't be this one because we had it for 2014. Not the blue one, but maybe the green. Who knows? So let me see what we had here. In marketing, in different concept of marketing, we also had lots of emphasis on the concept of societal marketing. It is also an important element for your commercial knowledge that you need to get from this module, because it's very close to environmental challenges that we have. Any other questions? Okay, thank you very much for attending to this lecture. It was very nice to see you. Hope we see you in London campus.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Glad to see you. Goodbye.
I think I'll go as early as possible. I just want to go there because that's what I heard. Very warm. Very warm.
Wait, lazy boy.
I give it to la otra parte de la
If you have any question regarding marketing, please come and see me.
이게 요거 도구랑 아주 더해서 힘으로 더해야 되는데 원래는 이거를 우리가 이쪽 모드를 따고 이걸 잡고 머리가 잡는데 이 두께가 이 두 개가 똑같아야 돼. RB는 여기 이 힘을 받는 거는 이 힘을 받는
You don't have any question, everything's clear, was clear, everything was clear?
Yeah, it's 5:05.
So maybe if we order past 6 at the stadium, football stadium, we have 15 minutes. Okay. I think it's pointless to go there now.
They open up anyways. You can go there and have a it's up to you.
Do you guys want to go straight away, or do you want to go where we have the reservation?
I think you can go now actually. Like,
Let's go. So, anybody just... Yeah, they are in strawberry pouch. Finish pictures. They send me pictures all the time. Still going. Kind of Guinness. You should definitely join the lecture. Yeah, that's what I tried. With the beers. They told me they don't have the
So how did you find the lecture? Was it irrelevant to your
Easy.
module?
No, it was good. Yeah,
It's good to understand the market.
It's easy also.
It was easier. It was
It's actually useful because if you join the bigger MNCs, sometimes it's in a political sense, it's better to know how the organization works and how you value add your customers.
Yeah, that's why we have this.
Maybe it's more related when we join the job market. This what you said before. This is if someone has a working experience, maybe he can see it like this. For his job.
Is there gonna be something related to putting up your own enterprise lecture about that? That would be interesting as well.
So
Or is it just big corporate?
on entrepreneurship?
I mean like this series of lectures, this module, does it include a lecture about putting up an own enterprise?
Okay, we call this entrepreneurship. We have this, yes.
Oh, okay, you have this. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe we can propose this one.
Yeah, because that would be interesting as
Yeah,
well.
but the thing is, the big problem that we have with this module and your story is, students are marine science, they think that they don't need marketing. What is marketing? Physics or history or what's that? They don't like it. Some students they like it, but some of them they really don't. They don't find the fit between this module. But it's very crucial. That's why we have an example. And the subject is very easy to understand, to apply, because it's applicable for all people.
Yeah, I used to work in R&D, so I know there's a lot of going on with the marketing people and R&D. They don't like each other. They don't like each other. Sometimes. A lot of requests coming all the time.
So you think that entrepreneurship is something that you need for this? What about you? What other thing related to business, commercial environment you need to have for this module?
Commercial environment for this one?
Yeah.
Actually, for like
For this module, we have different sessions. What else from business can be included to this module? We have marketing. What else? This is entrepreneurship.
this is all about like social marketing.
Even if you can't
For us, like for our business, actually it's not useful. Oil and gas.
It is very crucial. I'm telling you. In oil and gas, we have lots of challenges to communicate with our society, with government, with our stakeholders. We need to have marketing skills.
But we are just transporting this oil and gas. We are like just transporter,
even by transport, you are working with different companies.
Okay.
So you need to communicate with them.
Okay.
So for this, you have to have the skills of marketing to communicate with them.
Now that I understand, I'm talking about the social media one. Social media, this one.
Even yes, for social media, yes, we can use this. How? Yes, this is a question that we have. We need to find the link. We need to apply digital media for that.
Actually, I think they have started the project on how to have, let's say, online monitoring of various
That's a very good example.
components of the ship, so the ship owner knows what is happening exactly in front of his social network, let's say. I've heard this, but I don't know if it's gone to the optimum level.
Yeah, it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
the plant.
Hope you
but there
like
is
this
no
session.
restaurant.
Many are cancelled.
No, just
Just tell them that, you know, we all are.
Tell them,
I'm driving now. We go to the restaurant.
everybody says, oh.
Rabbit lost.
Oh.
No, that's good. That's good.
Okay, good luck.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
See you.